Hey, what's up, everyone? Thank you so much for checking out this video. Here on Show Style and Spirit, I am Ebony, of course. I want to share with you all some audio that I was able to get from the Millimeters fan page. They actually went live. They are in Huntsville, Alabama right now at Carlos King's podcast tour. So they were not able to show the actual scene of Melody on stage with Carlos because Love and Marriage Huntsville cameras were rolling. So they just basically, I guess they had their phone in their purse perhaps, or just, it was down and it didn't capture any video, but there was definitely audio. And the message was both inspiring, as well as there was some juice that they were getting into, some tea, I should say. It was juicy. And I want to share with you all Carlos and Melody's conversation. It is about 24 minutes. And before we get into it, I ask that you all please hit the like button on this video. Then YouTube will recommend this video to more people who would love to hear this audio from the podcast show. And also, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I would love to have you as part of the showstoppers. And also, the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on this audio is allowed. All right, y'all, so I am going to go ahead and get to it for you.
Make sure I do what I'm doing. And she flew in and drove me because I've never gone and had to, sign for a warrant, press charges, or any of that. So I didn't even really know where to begin. I was just hitting places. She drove me to those places. The strength of her, my mom, my team, they knew what I was doing in the moment. And when the magistrate said, when I showed him the evidence, and he was like, "Do you want a warrant?" I said, "Yes, I do." He said, "I heard about it. Go get your warrant." That was obvious. Somebody said should have did it for both of them. But let me tell you why that part for that doesn't work for both parties, because it's based on legally why another piece, but the lawsuit wise is another piece. The warrant, the direct piece has to come from exactly from that person. So the source, right? And so that when I filed it, it signed it and it was signed. I'll be honest with y'all. My attorney said to me, "Hey, listen, you know his address. All we got to do is gotta make the call. When he's home, they go pick him up." Me being me, I said I believe in divine timing. I'm not doing all of that. Now I've done myself. I'm gonna let God do the other one whenever He says. So I sat around all those months, wondering, I know it's but they flying. But I don't know, but it's out there. And lo and behold, Carlos, after talking to you about prayer and letting God show you, it wasn't me. I didn't make a call. If you have a warrant and you go to certain places and get certain things, that pops up. And that's what happened.
I know we're all laughing and joking, we're having a good time, and I do love that. But I really want the world to know how deep this is for you, because at the end of the day, Melody, this is a man who proposed to you on your college graduation day. You have 4 kids by this man, and obviously you were madly in love. You guys were a power couple. You guys were a power couple in the city. You guys built this foundation, and your kids are wonderful. Do you ever think, Melody, in a million years, that your life would end up this where you would have to do that to somebody who's your father? Like, were there moments like,
Never would have imagined that, but I will say along the way the telltale signs. And especially hindsight is everything, right? So sometimes when you get out of a situation, you're able to reflect and see clearly maybe the things you missed or that you overlooked or you didn't pay attention to. know what? I'm gonna leave her alone because I messed up. It is what it is, right? Let me just leave her alone. I never thought that I would be wishing that I had my children by somebody else. And that's where I'm at. And I shared that, with my family, like, dang, like, why ain't having you for somebody else? Because it just keeps going, it's just going, it's just going. And it's like, when is enough enough? And when do we stop funding the madness? That's the other piece. When do we stop funding the madness? I've been doing this interview with you, Carlos, but I'm going to keep it above. I don't remember the last time I sat down and even did an interview. Like, real talk. So I film for the show, but I'm not out here thinking of ways to degrade people and come at people and everybody interview me so I can talk down about everybody. I ain't on that kind of time. Like, life is too short. Life is too short. I got too much in my purpose to be focusing on. That's not my focus. So when I have this person that continuously attacks, it becomes a lot. And I don't know if you know that, but fortunately, this networks, I have my own therapist. She's here tonight in the audience. Dominique is somewhere here, but OWN gives us therapists as well. And so I've had conversations with them too, about where I am and how I'm feeling. I will say this, one thing that you did do is anytime I had a scene, you made sure security was there. So I appreciate you.
I always want to make sure that anybody who's associated with the kingdom feels safe. And that feels and looks differently for every person, right? And that's the reason why, again, you and I have personal conversation. And the one thing that you're a very strong woman, right? And you have this strength that is just so magnificent that I sometimes wonder, like, where did you get it from? But also know that there's nights where you cry yourself to sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nights, because I don't want people to think, like you said, like, you are, yay, it's happening, yes, I'm happy. Because at the end of the day, I always look at you and I do wonder, because I work on other reality shows where the woman decided to stay. Or she did leave and she got back together with them. You know what I mean? And for you to be able to do that and to do it publicly. And I even remember, and you don't know this, after the first season, I was like, oh, it's over. And I mean, I feel horrible that this happened. And then the first reunion, I went in your dressing room and you're pregnant. And I'm like, what's going on? She said, we're back together. I said, I was shocked. But I want people to know this, because I don't think you get a lot of credit for this. You follow your heart. And I know some people think you follow the trend of what your audience may want you to do, or what the world wants you to do. One thing that Lala Anthony said that I saw you repost, and I thought of you when she said this, when she said, what people don't understand, when a woman files for divorce, it's the hardest thing in the world because it's easier to stay. It's easier to stay. It's harder to make the decision to leave. And I know that when it comes to like the housewives, they divorce somebody, Peter Thomas at the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see them no more. And the housewife gets to like do her thing and date and all this other stuff. You are the first woman in reality television history to have to film with your divorced husband. You know what I mean? And I've never asked you this personally, but since we're all friends, I'm gonna ask you from the, everybody. How hard is it to come to work every day knowing that I have to deal with this? And were there moments where you like, is this show even worth it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man. Come here tonight. Really? Y'all gonna make me cry. they were like, "Okay, what's wrong? You know, who is it?" Because usually I am the lovely one in the group. And I was just like, "Okay, no matter, whatever. Okay, it's the hair. Okay, cool. It's the eye. It's the shoes. I was just whatever." And I was like, "What's wrong?" And I was just saying, because y'all want just nothing. But honestly, it's a lot. It's a lot. Whenever you are sharing the spotlight, so to speak, it's someone they use that spotlight to constantly twerk. And you know, I've never seen that in my life. Thinking about this, I ain't never seen that in my life. And knowing that at times, because I'm on a show and a shared platform, sometimes, Carlos, I feel like we don't step in. We got you, doctor. At times, I just wanted to stay at home and in my room at night from that house. But then I need to show up for her. My brother is here. I don't even know if you said. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And at times, there was a time I was in siege. I felt like y'all don't see me. Like y'all don't see all of this is going on, or you just not understand. You know? And then when it comes to things, you know, there's some things I haven't talked about on the show, but I've talked about that's real. And it almost started to feel like the chaos is being fun. So thankfully, to my family, my team, they really had to talk to me and be like, "No, Mel, when Carlos can get back to a good place, you know, y'all can get back to a good place. You gotta just be open, you know, talk to them, maybe they'll understand, you know, but don't charge it to his heart, because that's what I was doing. It was times I ain't want to talk to you. Just being honest, I didn't. This is no platform being honest. But thankfully, the street came, you know, and we got to a place where we started to talk like we used to talk. I started to feel like you start to see me. I don't know if it was because things were happening to you.
right? So I helped create and build this show. And I worked my black ass off to do it. Boots on the ground, what we doing, hire the right people, boom, 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 boom. And then there were tons of like personal conversations, right? Like, what you gonna do? You know, is this person gonna be on the show? Because baby, that's up to y'all. Like, I'm not gonna be this sneaky producer. Like, walk through the door, no, you're gonna be surprised by somebody. Like, it wasn't that type of show. So we have those conversations. We'll be real tonight, right? So obviously, I left the real house of Atlanta, left the city of Atlanta, moved to Los Angeles, built this show, hired a great team of producers to be in Huntsville, and I worked my ass off to be there day to day. But as I was building this empire, so what people don't realize is, yes, I'm a creative and executive producer. I'm not there day to day, every single day, minute to minute, boots on the ground, right? Traveling, you know, all that stuff. So at one point in time, the show gotten so big, right? I'm still involved, but I'm not as involved as I used to be because I have my, I got this other show to do, I got this go collective, I got this, my podcast and all this stuff, right? So me and her we've never had a market ever in life. So I didn't know. You know how like when you have a straight A student and you feel like, oh, they're good, that's child, right? They worry about these the D's and the F's, child. You know, like you pay more attention to like the ones who need you. And I felt like, oh God, this shit don't need me. So the calls didn't happen as frequently. Because I was like, oh, that's a awesome call, Josh. You like, you don't need me as much as you used to. Now, Latrice Walters needs to be able to collect you know, like that was my thing, right? But it was that. And then one day, last year, she called me and she said, "Can you and I talk?" Always. Every time I pick up, right? There's never, she don't get voicemail. Or every time she has, I pick up the phone, like, what's wrong? Again, because she doesn't call me, she doesn't like, what's wrong with you? And we had an hour-long conversation. And she shared with me what she was going through. And I said, I had no idea. And I said, I'm sorry. I just didn't know you were going through that. And then I said, what do you need me to do? What needs to happen? And that's when we started to put protocols in place to make sure she felt like she was being heard and things were happening. And obviously, I work with them. I can't tell everything out. But it was beautiful to have that conversation, right? Because we just don't know. But the moment I do, activations start to happen, right? And that goes to show you that there is this honesty that we have with each other. Where she said to me, she said, you know, I said, what do you know? I can trust you no more. I said, baby, what are you talking about? She said, I was being real with you. But the beauty of it is I'm not embarrassed by this or feel shame for it. But for me, it was one of those things where I felt like I just didn't know. I didn't know. I said to her, while I was busy raising my other kids in my shows, while I was busy raising them and building them up, I had no idea that you took it as a man. And for that, I apologize. And I'll say that publicly, I apologize. I did know. But I don't know about it, you know. But it shows you that, again, I want you guys to understand this. This is a tough job to have. Being on TV, exposing your real life is tough. And then to have someone like me, and I hear, oh, you need to talk about other people's shows, motherfucker, how? You know, I'm on your own law, like you over there on their law. I see the reasons. Some of them are money, some of them not so much. But some of them are cute. But the reason why I'm happy to have this conversation with you is because I really want people to know how this works. And that I'm never going to be somebody who doesn't take accountability for myself to say, I could have done better, and I should have done better. I apologize so much. It never felt for a millisecond that I abandoned you, wasn't here for you, was doing whatever, you know, for the show. Because if that was the case, if this show never became for my love and adoration, graduation for you, then a side award would have been on the show season 1. So we all know that I have always made sure that this ain't gonna be that. So, but thank you for that. And I'm happy that y'all, so they know where I'm going to be. I don't know. I will go back. One of the things that's in the press right now is one of my producers married Destiny's man. Did you hear about that? Show of hands who heard this story. Okay. Now raise your hands too. Okay, so for those who don't know, I had a producer named Sunny, but her name should have been Tornado. Sunny, I love you. And y'all remember Destiny, right? So Sunny was a producer. I'm gonna tell you how this works. I know y'all think Carlos is fine, child. I'm not this wizard. But long story short, I had a producer named Sunny. And Destiny at the time, hey, Stormy! Hey, Stormy! I know you like, hey, darling. You look good, Stormy. Yeah. Hey, Stormy. We got Sunny, Stormy, and Tornado. Okay. So Sunny was a producer, and Destiny at the time was dating this guy named Moses. Okay? Yes, from the Bible. Okay. I don't know those things to my producer, my talent, but we'll get to that later. So Moses and his hooking her child allegedly was interfacing with my producer. So again, what did I say 5 minutes ago? I'm like doing this, doing that, doing that. So I don't even know what half of the stuff is. I'm like, what? So it came out recently that Sunny married Destiny's man. Well, according to Logan Step, he's mine. I'm going to have a okay. You can't sleep at night. So allegedly, Destiny said that Sunny was conspiring with Moses while she was producing her. So there's a lot of allegations going on with this story. So what I would like to do is bring Sunny and Moses to the stage. My producer is going to make an announcement. If y'all love me and if y'all love Melody, please listen to what he's about to say and do it. We're filming Huntsville right now. And we need to make sure that we
heard it. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh. So right now they are filming for season 7 of Love and Marriage Huntsville, including Carlos's podcast tour, which has kicked off in Huntsville tonight with Melody Shari as his guest. Now, some of the highlights from that audio that you all just heard. Melody, of course, talked about her journey from getting to where she is today, from season 1, and even prior to that, just Martell disrespecting her and their marriage, and her entire journey of getting where she is today, this enormously successful entrepreneur and beautiful mother of 4 lovely kids as a single woman. So she talked about her journey. Carlos talked about leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta, moving to California, and hiring producers to be and work in Huntsville for Love and Marriage Huntsville. And the rest is essentially history. Now, Stormy was at the podcast tour. I'm guessing that she was not there from the beginning on time, or perhaps, Carlos just didn't notice her until, during that time in the audio where he goes, "Hey, Stormy." But she was in attendance. And the IG Live, it ended, I'm guessing it had to end because Sonny and Moses were on their way to the stage. Now, as you know, Carlos told the story about what Queen Sheba released on her YouTube channel about producer Sonny marrying Moses, the ex-boyfriend of Destiny Payton. So that was a huge story. Shout out to Queen Sheba. And Sonny and Moses, they are there at the podcast show. And it sounded like Melody did not know. Carlos said Melody had no idea. So definitely, I cannot wait for the visual of the podcast tour when Love and Marriage Huntsville returns for season 7. I'm guessing that it will be in the springtime. I'm guessing like April, the show will be back. So we'll probably get a trailer in March. But you all let me know, what do you all think about the audio that we heard? One thing about Melody, God has gifted her with the gift of public speaking and being an encourager. Whenever she speaks, she is so inspirational. So that is something that I always love to hear when I listen to her. And definitely Carlos recognizes those God-given gifts in Melody. That's why he wanted her to kick off his podcast tour in Huntsville. So he recognizes what a star she is. And yeah, it definitely had some tea, some juicy tea, if you will, with Sonny and Moses being there as well. Thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video, and please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. And I will talk with you all soon. Goodbye.